Hello guys, it's me again. Sorry for the absence. I was my headset broke again. But here we are with the Wichita review, like I said, and here's Wichita. Uh, if you've played the Baltimore, or if you know what the Baltimore looks like, then this will look very similar to you. Uh, and it's got good secondaries. Uh, More or less good secondaries. Good 8-inch guns. Yeah. I like the camo first of all. Nice looking camo. All around looking pretty good. Asymmetrical. Got my duck flag on. It's the only flag I got, so. Let's get into the stats. I don't know the history of it. If you want the history, go to Drakenifel. He's got a good history on Wichita. Sums it up in like 7 minutes. It's gonna be shorter than this video, that's for sure. Let's do settings. Wichita, a heavy cruiser that inherited its architecture and arrangement from light Brooklyn-class cruisers, unlike ships from the previous class, which was the New Orleans. Wichita had a new main battery turret design, which provided a higher firing accuracy. In addition, she had heavier armor and carried more advanced dual-purpose guns. Only one was ever made. I'm pretty sure you can guess which one of the Wichita class design were made and what it was named. You should have a relatively average IQ level to figure out what the name of the only one Wichita class ship was. But enough of my babbling. Let's go into the stats. Survivability 50%. Hit points 37,900. If you get a commander with more HP, an HP buff, then you could get it to over 40,000 easily. Armor 6 millimeters to 203 millimeters. Pretty average for a heavy cruiser. Torpedo damage reduction 4%. You do not want to get hit by torpedoes. I've been hit by torpedoes a lot, and it's not fun, especially if it's Japanese. Main battery, 3x3, 203 millimeters. 203 is 8 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Firing range 15.5 kilometers. Reload time 10 seconds, and 180-degree turn time 30 seconds. So that's pretty good. The guns on this thing are they're just great. Like the guns on this thing, if this is not as good as Baltimore, then I have so much to wait, cause I'm trying to get not Colorado, Cleveland right now. But after I get Cleveland, I'm thinking about getting either the Germans or the Italians that just came out. But I could also grind the American heavy cruisers while I, HE shell damage, maximum HE shell damage 2,807, relatively average on terms of cruisers. Chance to set on fire 17.5%. That is really good, especially if you're firing 9 shells or 9 guns every 10 seconds. Maximum AP shell damage 4,000. Pretty good. Not the best, but I've seen worse. Secondary armament. Secondary armament. The 127 millimeters. So this is the one of so I was gonna say the Fletcher. Yeah, this is basically the Fletcher guns. Reload time 3 seconds, and they fire. The maximum firing range is 5 kilometers. So if you can think, hey, torpedoes 5 kilometers, you should also think, hey, secondaries 5 kilometers. Stay out of that area. You know, like for most cruisers, torpedo range is 5 kilometers. So I say stay out of 5 kilometers as much as you can, unless absolutely necessary, or unless it's a Gneisenau, because their torpedoes are easily knocked out. HE shell damage for secondaries, maximum of course, 1,800, pretty good. It's about what you would expect from a destroyer. Um, chances on fire 8.5%, still pretty good for secondaries. I haven't read up much on the Germans, but from what I know, they have the, well, of course they have the best secondaries in the game. That's the whole gimmick. But I think their HE shell chance is 10.3, if I'm not mistaken. But for the Model 11s, the other secondaries, everything's basically the same. Just they fire quick, they fire slower. That's it for artillery. Maximum speed, 33.5 knots. That's faster than some destroyers. Turning circle radius, 680 meters. Rudder shift time 6 seconds. So it's got the rudder shift speed of a destroyer. Turning circle radius of a cruiser, which is not bad. Not as bad as I would say Kurfürst, Yamato, or Alaska, or any other high tier battleship. And they're certainly very nimble. So I would say these are Wichita is very good in speed. Detectability range by sea 12. You don't really need to know much of this. You just spotted it anytime you fire your guns. How about that? Unless you're behind an island with no planes around you. You can pause to look at everything. Loadout. You get a high explosive and armor piercing as you should. Damage control party 1. Hopefully one day they can have you switch it out for damage control party 2, which will give you the faster reload time and a longer consumable duration. But from what I know, not for a while, or at least not till at least not until not at least not for this year. At least that's what I know. Sonar, good sonar. This is really a team. This is a really team playing ship. Very, yeah. The gameplay I'm about to show you shows off pretty well how good this ship can be when played correctly. Not at all the best damage, but yeah. You got radar. You can of course switch that out for your catapult fighter, but I have no idea why you would ever be crazy enough to use the catapult fighter. Catapult fighter does almost nothing. It doesn't even shoot down the other catapult fighter. Just causes damage and just flies away. Yeah. But you got radar, and radar is so much better than catapult fighter. It reaches farther. You can see farther. But yeah, you got two you got 2 uses for that and 2 uses for the sonar. You got 2 heals, which heal every heal 227 HP per second, and that's 28 seconds, and reload in 1 minute, which is pretty good. Have no boosters on. Got the Type 9 camouflage and the Duck of War flag from the April Fool's event, the first April Fool's event. I don't have any upgrades on it yet, but here are your choices. Aiming system mod 1 for these first ones are for 200,000 credits. So you got aiming system mod 1, secondary mod 2, and main battery mod 2. They all give you the usual effects, boosts. Uh, for the next thing, all of them are worth 400,000 credits. So you got steering gears mod 2, propulsion mod 2, and damage control system mod 2. So that reduces the fire duration and floating duration, as you should know, and your better shift time minus 20, and time taken to reach full power when accelerating minus 50. For Wichita, I recommend you. For a faster rudder shift, we already have 6 seconds, so this will take off about 2 seconds, giving you a 4.5 second rudder shift time. But this takes off your fire duration, floating duration. So I don't see a use for this other than reversing and speeding up. But if you like to hide behind islands, I'd say use propulsion mod 2. But if you like to hide in the back, use rudder shift time so you can turn faster and avoid shells. But if you're up close or like to get as close as you can, behind islands of course, then I'd say take damage control system mod 2. Steering gears mod 3 for 2 million, concealment system mod for 2 million, and tech acquisition system mod for 2 million. You got secondary battery mod 3 for 3 million, gunfire control system mod 2 for 3 million, main battery mod 3 for 3 million. So yeah, this gives you all this stuff. That's it for what I gotta say. Go back to the overview. Sticky shots. Reduce. You see it. This ship is good in both HE and AP terms of the spectrum. So I would say sticky shot is truthful. I agree with sticky shot, but tough. It's not above average at all. No. Kuznetsov, Nikolai Kuznetsov, the Russian premium tier 7 that you can't get now. That's overpowered. It has 40,000. This has less than by like, I don't know, 3,000. So I would say not at all above average. I would probably say maneuverable or agile, because that's what this ship is. Sluggish shot, difficult to aim at long distances. Yes, but no. That's why it's great. But I agree more along the lines of no, because it's not difficult to aim at at long distances. Because if you've played any American ship for more than 10 minutes, you can easily adjust your aim to, yeah, you gotta lead your target a lot more than you would in a faster shell, because these shells are very heavy, which means they travel slow. But yeah, I don't agree with sluggish shot. I would agree. I would say you would put I don't know what you would put there. I would say fast, because this is fast for most, not most cruises, but it's a very fast ship. Not above average fast, but just perfectly fast. I really like this ship. It's not biased or anything. You're just saying it. It's a good ship. So with that out of the way, I guess I can show you guys this gameplay. It's not the best damage I've ever done, but it's an amount of damage that is what you can expect to get in a relatively good game. And here we are. Here's the game. Just wait a minute. Yeah. So the thing about Wichita is that you gotta be able to move around. You gotta know your surroundings. You gotta keep an eye on the map. You can't buy the ship now, but knowing wargaming, they will add it back one day in the future because they've added back Tirpitz, Alabama, or no, not Alabama, Atlanta, and what's it called? That one other one, Otago. I don't think that was a campaign ship, but I could be just remembering it wrong. But either way, we're in the game now. Yeah. And let's just see how this game goes. We have a legendaries in the game right now. Well, of course we have them in the game, but we have them in the battle, and that kind of intimidated me going into this battle. But yeah, I have a lot of experience in Wichita right now. But this was one of my early games. I'd say I'm still getting used to Wichita, but this is when I was starting to get the hang of things. Trying to stay back, don't rush, just stay in the back, just a little bit, and yeah. So enemy's been spotted. They got an enemy Wichita and all that jazz. Let's see if I can take some shots at lightning. Yep, taking some shots, and I'm getting aimed at, so that'll be fun. This is the Alabama. Take some more shots at him. That 10-second reload going handsomely. There's the Alabama again. I remember this battle, so I'm gonna take some damage here. These two Alabamas tend to be a big problem later into the game, so remember these guys. They got an Alaska. I think we got a Yamato or an Alaska. We don't have a. I know we didn't have a Kerr first, but yeah, two Alabama is not a good sight. Like, even though Alabama may not be the best ship in the world or in the game, it's still a really good ship, from what I've heard of at least. Yeah. Gascon came out a few hours ago too, so I might do not a tutorial, a review on that in the meantime. Not in the meantime, when I get it, if I can get it. Trying to decide which tier 7 I want to get. But taking a shot at Wichita with our rear gun while our front two are turning around, and we've got, it looks pretty good, and whiffed it. Alabama's still pushing in, and I want to push him back a little. Although I'm a cruiser, he probably wouldn't care, but I'll still take these shots. And yeah, you notice how I'm trying to move as much as I can, use my rudder as much as I can. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make it as hard as possible for the enemy to know where to aim, like you would in a destroyer. In a battleship, that's much harder to do unless you're in a fast battleship like Odin or Iowa or the French ships or Jean Bar, for an example. But yeah. You know, I was going to get John Bart, but I didn't have the doubloons, so I was kind of stuck with rank 10. You gotta know that I was playing once a week at that time because the PlayStation wasn't mine. I just got it. But yeah, taking some shots at Iowa. That is, since he's now detected and he's got full health, so he's my biggest threat because he's got, I think he's got the bigger guns, about like 1mm. But yeah, either way, it's a tech tree ship, so yeah. But the premiums are still like a big threat. So I'm keeping my stern toward them because that's where the majority of my armor is. And I got a heal available, but I want to wait to use that heal. And do we hit? That looks good. Super structure hit. Fire. Hell yeah. Sorry. So we aren't shooting as much as possible because I want to get undetected. You want to you want to play tactically. You want to play smart. You got to shoot when you can shoot, but you got to get undetected whenever you can. So nobody's only like one dude is aiming at me, but nobody's shooting at me. I haven't taken any damage in a while. So I'm guessing it's that Iowa, and I was right. It was the Iowa. Either that or he could be aiming at the Jean Bart. But either way, I'm taking a pot shot at him, and yeah, get 9 shell hits. Get all all of them hit. Pretty good. 35,000 damage now, and you can see the damage stacking up. Like just 4 overpins and 4 shatters, I think it was. You got 4,000 damage. This is a really good cruiser. If you're still confused on how to play Wichita, I'd recommend you use her as a backline sniper. Not Japanese level, but close to there. Cause this really does good when it's in the back. Not the best, but it does good. If you want to be good, like if you want to get good damage in Wichita, which I have done before, but I forgot to clip it. You have to be behind an island, and you have to have good visibility on the enemy team, and you have to keep an eye on your surroundings. Keep an eye on the map up in the corner, and your character thing where you see your guns, where it's reloaded or not. You gotta avoid shells as much as possible, and nah, you don't get this Iowa. 56,000 damage. We're winning by points. We're winning by caps. We're the B cap is still uncontested and uncaptured, so that's good. We're winning by ships. So far, it looks like the game is in the bag, but you don't want to jinx it ever. So you still got to keep an eye on the Alabamas. Just the one that we see right now. He's disappeared. No one sees him. But the other Alabama over there is a threat. No matter how far he is, he's still a problem. Oh wait, yeah, that's Alabama. He's a problem to somebody else, and that means that we gotta take him out some way. Now I gotta keep an eye on this battleship over here. That plane spotted up and popped up, and I'm thinking, hey, there's a ship over here. But then I remember Iowa sank in this area, so there's no way the ship is here, because if it was here, I would have spotted him. So I'm gonna shoot down that plane, so I'm getting as close to it as possible, which is not a good idea, but it's good to reduce your spotting, reduce who's spotting you. And the Synop is still up here. I just forget that, and I think he's in Alabama. And I think he's way over there in like B cap right now. And then he pops up. He can't see me right now, but pops up, and now he sees me. So now I start my weaving, and I give him my my rear gun. Start giving broadside. He's gonna miss. Hopefully, okay. Are those shells gonna hit? No, we overestimated his speed. And now let's underestimate his speed and see if we are good or not. And those shells look really good. Let's see if we get a fire, and nope. I've only gotten 4 fires out of 83 shells, so it's not the best RNG I've ever had in the ship, but it's RNG. And okay, that's good. I've used 1 heal already, and I'm using my last one. Now I switch my aim to the Alabama, and he disappears. So back to Sinop. He has half health, so I'm thinking, hey, if nobody's spotting him, I get a free kill. But he disappears, and leaves me looking sad and desperate, like always. But anyways, we're back at shooting the Alabama again, because these Alabamas, I gotta give it to them. They're good at keeping their own. They're good at keeping their ground. We've been pushed back. We've been at the back of the map because of them. So I gotta give it to these Alabamas. Ooh, shells coming my way, and they all missed somehow. But I've got no heal, so all the health I have right now is all the health I'll ever get. And do I get this Alabama? Yes, I get him through fire. So no arsonist or anything, but that's fine. As long as we got one of the Alabamas, and we got Tirpitz. I didn't notice Tirpitz was here before, and so his presence here kind of startled me. I didn't notice he came this way. I didn't even know they had a Tirpitz on the enemy team. But there's Sinop is getting away. In fact, I'm pretty sure he got away. And there goes the wreck of the Alabama. And there goes the other Alabama. He's still alive, but he's running away. Now, if we push up, if one of our battleships help me push up, then we can cap C. But the Tirpitz is still there, so we got the torpedo threat, and they don't have any cruisers left, so we have the fire rate advantage. And but one of our main threats right now is either Tirpitz or the Alabama. Sinop is not much of a problem, because if he gives us broadside, we can citadel him to death. Which is something that you want to do right now to win. They're not going to win this even if they tried, unless something mysterious happens. Some godly being interrupts our game and just hands them the win. But Sinop hides behind the island, and I take a shot. See if I can get a fire, because I don't know if I aimed at the waterline or not. Maybe I missed the ship entirely, and I got 3 hits, which pretty lucky. Surprising how I didn't even know where he was, or if I was aiming at his deck or not. So I am at the same spot, and I got some more hits. Now we're going to B for now, because that Tirpitz is still in C. So we've capped B. We got Tirpitz at C. We gotta sink this Tirpitz, just like the British or the RAF did in '44. And the Alabama here is almost ours. To see if we can get this kill, because I see the torpedoes coming, so I'm thinking, hey, I can steal this kill. And ooh, I can. So I hit him, dealing some damage. I think 3,000 or 2,000, and I fire again. And okay, and come on, nothing. No fire, but we got some defended, and we got a plane shot down. That's a surprise. Alabama is just withering away. He used a heal. From what I've seen, he has used a heal, so he can't heal for a while, not for another minute and a half. So he's dead. He's dead. So let's just see if we can get this kill, and he's our kill. So we've gotten both the big Alabamas that were guarding their cap, and it's only Tirpitz and Sinop who have less than half their own health. So I overestimated the speed of the Tirpitz, so it's time to underestimate it again. But we win by points, and we end up with all that stuff. We've got our bureau trials done. and everything. Second on the leaderboard, and yeah, we got all of our we got 4 missions completed. We won 3 battles, won a battle, and did 3,000 HP of damage to ships. But with that out of the way, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Until we meet again, peace.